What's going on, you guys? So Rolando Romero, not only did he call out Errol Spence Jr., right? And boxing fans took it as a joke, right? It was funny. But he also calls out Terence Crawford. Now, he didn't write a tweet or he didn't come out and say it, right? But if you follow Rolando Romero and you see his stories, he had a wheelbarrow, right? And then he had Errol Spence and he had a picture of Terence Crawford, pretty much saying that he'll whoop both and he's coming to 147. It's funny, it's hilarious, but a little while back, Terence Crawford had a little face-to-face with Rolando Romero for some things that happened with one of his family members and Rolando Romero. Terence Crawford confronted Rolando Romero, and if you've never seen the video or heard the soundbite, here it is right here.
It took you 9 rounds to stop counting. What, 9 or 10? Well, 9 or 10, right? It took you 9 or 10 rounds. It took me 2 with 16-ounce gloves and headgear. I ruined him. I murdered him. He would never defend when he was here. I would have sparred, man. Gamboa has it. Gamboa has it. Gamboa since he was 126. You got to admit this. Gamboa at 126 was a bad motherfucker. Disrespectful. I speak the truth. They don't like me, I don't like them. Just constantly love. Go for it. I beg you. Whenever you want to come through.
Just to beat your ass.
Yeah? Come through whenever.
And then I'm going to brag and beat your ass like you bragging on scoring others.
Go for it.
What gym you at?
I flood. See my flood.
How much you weigh?
Good word. That's great word.
How much you weigh?
Everyone come down. Come my little 35 pounds. Let's go. I punch harder than you. I punch a lot harder than you. I promise you that. I punch a lot harder than you. Maybe a little bit more slick or whatever. I'll punch a lot harder than you.
Hey, you gotta love him though, bro.
He said he punched harder than you.
But you gotta love him though, man.
Hey, boy.
Hey, Cam, how you doing?
Hey, listen.
Look.
Hey, I want to spar him. Can I spar him?
Now, after hearing that, Rolando Romero, if you actually seen the video, and I had the video, but I can't find it right now, but Rolando Romero seemed to be very, he didn't really keep the same energy. However, he was still, you know, I like Rolly, okay? So it didn't really bother me either way, right? But Terence Crawford checked him, and he called Floyd to ask Floyd, look, I want to spar your fighter, blah, blah, blah. Floyd told him to call the camera, and then that's pretty much the end of the video. And Rolando Romero, I mean, he's skipping 140 altogether just to, you know, it's a lot of tough guys over there. He don't really want to deal with that, and, you know, it is what it is. You know, he got to call out the 2 top guys in the sport just to kind of, you know, for clout or whatever the hell he's doing, right? But Terence Crawford also acknowledges Jerron Boots Ennis. He gets asked about Jerron Boots Ennis. And this is another fight that boxing fans been talking about. Of course, Jerron Boots Ennis is will likely be the IBF mandatory. Whoever wins this fight between Spence and Crawford will likely have to deal with Jerron Boots Ennis if they decide to stay at 147. But Terence Crawford says this in regards to Boots Ennis. Boots is a tremendously talented guy, very strong, knows boxing. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Me and him, later down the line. If that comes on my table and it's the right fight for me, I'm taking it. I'm taking it all, end quote. That's what Crawford said in regards to Boots Ennis. So he wasn't dismissive of Boots. He gave Boots the respect that he deserves. Now, if we watching the eye test, if we going off the eye test, Jerron Boots Ennis looks phenomenal. And in my opinion, he could possibly be, depending on how this fight with Spence plays out, he could possibly be Terence Crawford's toughest fight going into the fight, right? But he got a lot of respect for Boots. He said he's very strong, he knows boxing, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And if it comes across his table, he's taking it all, right? But will that fight come across his table? Possibly, if he beats Errol Spence Jr. and if he doesn't decide to move up to 154 pounds to go after Jamel Charlo like he was planning on doing. So yeah, Jerron Boots Ennis is on Terence Bud Crawford's radar. Is Terence Crawford checking for Boots right now? Not quite, because let's just be honest. Boots' profile isn't enough, and I really hate to use those type of, I guess you could say it's an excuse, but Boots Ennis is right there anyway, right? So there's no point in Crawford looking down to fight Boots Ennis when Boots is already pretty much going to be knocking at the door pretty soon. So yeah, it's going to be sooner than later before either Errol Spence or Terence Crawford will have to deal with Jerron Boots Ennis, and then we're going to see what Jerron Boots Ennis is really made of. But as of right now, Jerron Boots Ennis looks phenomenal thus far. Terence Crawford wasn't dismissive of him. Errol Spence himself also wasn't dismissive of Jerron Boots Ennis. Jerron Boots Ennis just gotta wait till the smoke clears. But yeah, you guys, that's all I got. Rolando Romero subtly calls out Terence Crawford, right? You know, it was on his stories. I tried to save the picture. I forgot to save it for you guys so you could see it for yourself. You know I'm not sitting here lying to you, but that's what really did. His stories is gone now, but that's what happened. Some of you guys may have seen it already, right? And Jerron Boots Ennis, he acknowledges Boots Ennis. This is from Showtime. So whatever this interview was, it was on Showtime. So yeah, Terence Crawford in this Spence fight, Showtime is starting to push out Terence Crawford's interviews, et cetera, et cetera. So it leads me to believe that this thing with Spence is likely a done deal, and we just got to simply wait on an announcement soon. But yeah, Terence Crawford acknowledges Boots Ennis, says he's very strong, he's a force to be reckoned with, and if that fight came across his table, he's taking it all. Like, subscribe, holler at your boy. Peace out.